Welcome, welcome everybody to Deepening in Love. This gathering today at very short notice. Guidance came in last week, and so many people have signed up to join us either live or by replay. So thank you for feeling the call and taking the time to be here. I invite you as we're coming into the space to pop in the chat where you are on the planet. Just pop in the chat your location. I'm in Mount Shasta, Northern California. Very, very powerful place, which I know some of you know. So as you go ahead and share that, I'm going to just begin to outline the shape of our time together today. We have about an hour. We might go a bit over, so just take care of what you need to do if you need to leave on time. I'm going to talk a bit about some of the themes, but not for too long, because this is fundamentally experiential. It is direct knowing of love, of unified consciousness in ourselves and together. We're going to go into clearing and then into two main parts to the shared meditation. For the first one, I recommend sitting up if you're comfortable. We'll have a short pause, a short comfort pause. And then for the second half, you're welcome to lie down. Many of you have been in meditations before, and you have a sense of the orientation, the field, and some of you are brand new. If you're brand new, I invite you just to be open. You don't have to have any kind of experience. You don't need to understand any of the language. Language is just a gateway. This is beyond language and concepts. I'll be sharing a couple of opportunities just briefly in the chat. And if you're here at the end, I'll share an exclusive opportunity available for everybody that's here today. Okay, so we have Costa Rica, Manchester, Spokane, Washington, Austin, Texas. Oh, welcome, Gahana. Asker, Norway, Olympic Peninsula, Lanzarote, Central Texas, yay, Texas. Hannah, I believe, is in Ireland. Rose, France. Beautiful, beautiful. And I know we have people from all over joining. Okay. So as I've pointed to a little bit this week, when I talk about deepening in love, I'm using love as source, as one undifferentiated awareness and consciousness from which all arises, from which love and form arises. And knowing this is, at one level, fundamentally very simple. It's also infinite vastness. So at the same time, it's unknowable in many ways. While we're still in form, we get glimpses, right? All emerges from this deepening and awakening to love. And this deepening is incremental. It has to be, for it to be sustainable, for it to be able to be metabolized. So we can have peak experiences. And what then? Does that change how we are as a human, how we're showing up in our communities, in our families, in our workplace. In these spaces, we're founded in an embodied approach, and we incorporate integration. Of course, integration is a lived process. So that has different elements in addition to what we can do in the space of an hour. But know that this space is not separate from anything in your life. It's not separate from any challenges. It's not separate from pain or tension or joy or bliss. As we immerse together in undifferentiated awareness, all happenings are in this. I invite us to take these words, the teachings, the pointers, the practices, simultaneously as timeless teachings and as preparation for solstice, and directly reflecting and emerging from the very new galactic and cosmic frequencies changing daily. It's one of the characteristics of this stance that I bring through here that we orient with. So it's both and. With that said, we are in 6-6. And part of the energies are about love, are about unification, harmonizing of the non-physical, the unseen, and the physical and form. It supports the energies of unconditional love and of mother, which are always significant in our fields. And because of this support, this love, this unification, we are strengthened in how we meet challenges and deconstructions, of which there are a multitude for all of us, and certainly for the human collective. So before we go into the first meditation, we're beginning to ground a meditation. And as we go deeper, I want to invite you to ask in your being, what does deepening in love mean to you? And just let this be an open-hearted inquiry in this present moment. Don't pull from the mind. Take a couple of breaths. You might intuitively want to just put your hands on your heart and feel your breath. And just open this inquiry. I always recommend that inquiry is like a flowering, it's an opening. My teacher Imoho always used to speak of letting questions just open and open endlessly. So you may find this opening. There may not be a word or a specificity that comes in this moment, but take a look and put it in the chat. Putting it in the chat helps to anchor, and it helps to build our field together so we can see and feel reflections through each other. What does deepening in love mean to you? I have to wear my glasses for typing. Be free. Just share what comes in this moment. I've already said a little bit about what it means to me. It's much broader than the experience of love, the emotion of love that's included in it. The more that we're going through this massive shift, the more I come to this core of what I call embodied awakening, of knowing one awareness and knowing it here in the body, in the life, and in the living, meeting day after day, moment after moment of what this is, what this looks like, to let this permeate the life, to see, to look, truth, not knowing, deep love for myself and others, allowing everything, being home within myself, feeling it in my body. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yeah. Allowing, not knowing, heart softening, expanding presence. The truth of presence is that it meets, knows, and holds everything, every agony, every bliss, every twist and turn, every dying, every awakening is in the infinite. It cannot be other. These are so beautiful. Maybe you can feel them landing in the field. So I'm just going to share in the chat. Many of you are already connected to the community. For anyone that's not, I'm just going to put that in the chat. You can catch it later. I'll send it out in the email as well. And that is an opportunity to connect in to this field. The next live event is Solstice. So in, oh my gosh, 2 weeks tomorrow. And you can join for $7 and join that live event for Solstice. So I wanted to put that in before we go too deeply into the meditation. Okay, so we've just set some of the tones for the field. And I want to invite you now to really be comfortable, to be in a posture that supports you being present, not in pain, not in tension, one that you can be comfortable in for 15 or 20 minutes. Together, let us deepen the breath. So when I say together, we're not trying to get into sync with each other. You are first and foremost deepening into your own holy breath. And aware that this breathing is a given, and that every one of us here in this field coming into meditation is given the same breath, this gift of life. So we become conscious of this. It is perhaps the first thing that we become conscious of. when we're born as a newborn, leaving our mother's body, and the last thing when we leave, the last breath. Let there be space and gentle, harmonious depth for the breath. And right from the outset, let us feel the integrity of our circle. No matter if some of us have gathered many times, some of us are here for the first time. We are souls embodied, and we are here as this. And we are all here because we recognize a resonance, a deepening, an invitation to deepen. So let us really feel the anchoring of this circle. And our shared purity and clarity of intention to deepen in love in all the ways that you shared so beautifully and more. So together we are strengthening this intention. We are holding and embodying it. And we're going to stay here as it open up some purifying and clearing for the whole field. Okay, you can simply stay in contact with the rhythm of your breath if that supports. Some of you will attune more to the pulse and vibration of the group field. I'm calling in angels of purification, violet flame, bringing down the platinum net with precise detail through our collective fields and our unique fields. All that can be released, that is inorganic, not of benevolence, not of the highest light, simply washed through, and beloved Gaia takes into the rivers, into her pathways of light, effortlessly transmuting, returning to oneness. No need to pick anything up. Just simply allow the clearing to move through. And no need to pay attention to sensations or symptoms. No need to reject anything. Just allow. Allow. Okay. So just a falling away. Awakening is in many ways such a falling away, a dying to aliveness, a dying to infinite aliveness. Just simply let go of attachment and allow the support of love itself to realign. And all the most benevolent, supportive energies of this now moment And I feel called as this is moving through to surround again our entire field with glorious, sanctified, golden Christ light. So, for our first meditation, the theme that we're going to drop into is safe to love, building a field of safety and acceptance to open to consciousness, harnessing the power of our coherence. So let the quietness come. Let awareness drop down. If your third eye is very activated, that's fine. Just let it be and let awareness open and drop. The heart is our core, and by the heart, I'm pointing to the infinite eternal heart, which includes all levels of the heart: physical, emotional, energetic. There's a really strong emphasis today on the integrity of the field, like literally the structure of the field and how it supports every one of us in realigning and harmonizing and deepening and in knowing the inherent safety and holding of isness. So awareness drops and opens. And very softly and deliberately keep putting down whatever appears, softly and deliberately. So there is no attachment and engagement. Or when we notice that there is, we simply put it down. It may be thoughts about the meditation, the experience, visions, sensations, nothingness, body sensations. All is included. And we are opening to what we'll use the word love today. Not the idea, not the feeling. We keep going. And the mind can only walk so far on the path. It cannot know the ultimate truth. If you find the practice challenging, return to the support and harmonization of the breath. Safety, or rather the direct knowing of the safety that is necessary and imperative, especially when our systems are at their edges, they're growing every day. Our nervous systems are having to adapt at a pace never known before. Our cells are having to adapt to levels of light and information as never before. So each of us as consciousness inhabits a body for a moment. And so each of us is also in the awakening to the safety, to the love that is true and never leaves. But we all have our own experiences in our humanity of non-safety. And these parts are included and cared for. We do not leave anything behind. So it is love to allow the opening to exist and move at the pace that is right for you. Within this sphere, within this realm of our group consciousness, we will all be having unique relatings and experiences. Our practice offers it all, and we go step by step. So again, let the opening be very soft and deliberate. Keep unhooking attention from what appears. This in itself is one of the most supportive practices. As we unhook attention from the feeling or the thought or the sensation, what are we opening to? And as we continue to ask, what is aware of this? There's a deeper opening. You can ask inwardly, is there a knowing of safety here? And where is it? Does it have a location? Is it immersive? And I'm pointing to knowing, not as an experience or an idea. and choose and allow to just be in this. Don't reach for something else. Let yourself relax in recognition. And a recognition that's before language. I'm feeling such a deep peace emerging, and it's coming from below Gaia, it's coming from beneath. It's such a nurturing, deep, steady holding. There's a communication or a communion with all aspects of our system, with our mind, with our child parts, with our nervous system, of a level of safety and unconditional love that is prior to all experience. Don't try and create it. Don't try and grasp. Keep letting go of each idea of what this is, whilst staying present and available, excuse me, for the emergence and recognition. Shuramaya na yakuria maya che ta ishte indamaraka I inte tata imstuko inte stu I ke urta ishte mein I into I ishte tata chete tara imke. Some light language, there's more clearing, just organically arising now from the collective field again. We're very much operating as a collective field today. And it's particularly, it's like being shown to me, and this is just my perception on the right side. So the masculine, the external, which makes sense because that's where the biggest clearing and deconstruction is. The collective, and of course through each of us. To allow rebalance, as we all know in our lives, there needs to be space. That which we release leaves space, and what is that space filled with? The rising and balancing of the mother and the feminine in humanity, in each one of us, in balance, in union, formless and form. So just be conscious now of your breath again, being deliberate in your breath. acknowledging whatever your practice is bringing around safety and love. Let's take a few more breaths here. And then we're just going to move into like 1 to 2 minutes of pause to integrate, to move, to reset. So, and whatever that looks like for you, stretching, water, some gentle movement, just let it be a discovery and exploration. And if you feel called to lie down for the next part, you're very welcome to do that. I always encourage a balance of comfort so that we can relax and open, and staying awake, staying present, not falling asleep. Okay. So, as love, we are taking care of this body. We're listening. Okay. We have the gift of being able to connect through all of this technology, but it's just a vehicle. So we're bringing this technology into more embodiment, to more presence into this field. Okay, so we're going to move into the second part of our meditation, where we're going to explore more love in form, love in action. So if you are lying down, have an open posture if that's comfortable for you. Maybe your palms up. But again, listen, if you need more nurturing and safety, hand in the heart, hand in the belly can feel good. And if you're sitting, you can choose palms down for more grounding, palms up for more receptivity. Aim to have your feet on the floor if you are sitting. And don't have the legs crossed. Have the front of the body available and be aware of your spine in its natural S shape. If you have pain or discomfort in the spine, do what you need to do to support it. This isn't trying to prove that you're a great meditator and you can sit erect for an hour. This is an embodied practice where we tend to what is here in the soma. So take the breath as the gift that it is and as a pathway through this present moment of life, meeting and knowing itself. Let's open again to the field of no division, no differentiation. unconditional, unending. I'll use the word love. You can use the word one, source. Every word brings up connotations and ideas. So as we use words, we'll always have to put those ideas down and unhook. They're simply pointers, and what is known in the silence. Don't try and have an experience. There's a profound addiction in the collective through the programming that's coming in daily. Here is an antidote and a counterbalance. Come into contact with the unending. Love that has no end, no beginning. Consciousness that is eternal. That asks nothing to love us beyond our wildest imagining, beyond that which we can even hold or contain, other than for moments. The one awareness is the isness. From which and through which every happening arises, every creation, every thought, every being, every form, timelines, galaxies. And I'm not taking the stance that none of the what arises in form is unreal. That doesn't necessarily support us in this moment in the embodiment. We are knowing formlessness and form in truth. And in our immersion in formlessness, we develop more ground for us to draw upon in our daily living. Ego still exists, it doesn't disappear. It's constantly adapting. But as we know the love, the oneness that never leaves, we can come home and return again and again as we enter our work, our play, our sorrow, our joy, our meetings. And we know ourself as inseparable from eternal isness, from love. And therefore each other, each being, same, same. So there is a permeating, just occurring naturally as we are here and available and attuning. There is no hurry, no urgency, and nothing that can go wrong because we are releasing the identity that needs something to look a certain way, something to happen. Instead, when we attune to the infinite field of love and allow ourselves to be loved and immersed and in recognition, that unification into form occurs with its own intelligence. And unconditional love is the underlying principle, whatever it looks like. Probably every being is going through some level of deconstruction at the moment. It's part and parcel of the human journey. And where we are in the evolutionary spiral, it's absolutely a core theme in the human experience on this planet. This too is love. It cannot be separate from all that is, whatever the appearance. Just let some parts in your psyche and nervous system, maybe in your fascia, rest into this. Not asking them to believe an idea, to open to the direct experience. You are not separate. Nothing is separate. Yes, you are a unique expression and note of source. And we are all interconnected. We are all emerging from the same source. Let go for this moment of all the polarity and all of the false beliefs and separation, and rest in this truth in your being and in this field. Take your attention now into the group consciousness, the group meditation, and really let it support you. Let it heal the places that may have felt stuck or separate or alone. Let the group meditation love you and resource you. All the levels of consciousness and loving beings that are expressing through our field. Feel the strength here. It keeps showing itself today as hard to translate, but like structure, like I guess a shield, but not in a sense of defendedness or protection, but strength, sovereignty, sovereign shielding. Integrity is a good word because it's the coherence, but also it's the strength. And we are building this. It's bigger and more powerful than our own experience through our own lens. And we participate and receive. And every one of us, where we are on this beautiful blue planet, anchoring in all of the healing, all of the love, all of the light that we are able to bring through this space. Simply allow it to really move through your vessel and anchor down into the purified light grids of the planetary body of Gaia to be shared and to nurture all sentient beings and to support the evolution of consciousness as a whole and through humanity on this planet and beyond. So let's extend the love through our hearts and the gratitude of our beings into this field and bring it down to through our vessels, through our bodies, all the way down and into Gaia in gratitude for the experience of life. And then we're going to move into some more integration. Okay. Allow the meditations to continue. Okay, you don't have to contract consciousness. We're in this ongoing practice of expanding awareness and integrating and embodying. So let the fields support and continue naturally, organically. Let the healing continue naturally. Any resistance that might be up, just meet it with lightness. Let it be simply coming home, loving it all. So become more active with your breath. Feel your diaphragm, movement of the ribs. Let's take a minute or so of slow, deep, intentional breaths. Letting the breath do what it does to ground us in the body and in the present moment. And naturally, with this deepening of breath, let your body adjust in any ways that it needs to. Been sitting for a while, anywhere that's opened, shifted. And when you feel ready, let the eyelids open and let the eyes just receive the now. Your mind is still dropped down. So there's a resting in self, in center, open and expanded, yet here. And you can just let the eyes receive as you take in your space, colors, objects. Let naming stay quiet. It takes us into different parts of the brain. Just colors, smells, textures, maybe sounds in your space. You are not separate, yet you are a unique embodiment of love and consciousness. Okay, so from this place, resting down in your center, I invite you to, in the chat, share what has changed, what has deepened. What has deepened? And if there's no noticing of a deepening, just what has changed? Just as we did at the beginning, make it an experiential inquiry. And it can be at any level. It may be at the level of sensation or experience in the body, at the level of knowing truth, anywhere in between. What are you noticing? I really encourage you to just share the chat. Let's we're like reflections, we're like facets of a diamond. When we create such a powerful, coherent space, and we each can offer something, it may touch someone else in the space. or add something or awaken something. Deep calm, spaciousness. Spaciousness is so fundamental because this is our true nature. This is the true nature of love, and consciousness is infinitely spaciousness. And as we know this and practice embodied meditations and practices, we know this in our daily lives. So go ahead and share, knowing what is changing, what you're noticing. Breath is deeper, there is a spark of joy. And whatever is here for you is welcome. It can be resistance, challenge, opening, whatever is present and alive. Spaciousness, deepening, softness. Wonderful, wonderful. Go ahead and keep sharing as things emerge. And so, as we're coming to this closure, first of all, I want to thank you so much for showing up. This happens through us, is possible through us. I could really feel as we came in just on the hour how the feel just came in really strongly. And the more of us that gather intentionally, the more power we can build. So I invite any of you that feel called to join us for Solstice. I'll send the link out again with the recording. And I just want to share a word about the 3 levels of engagement that embodying awakening and consciousness calls for. So, firstly, our own individual inner journey, our inner practices. Okay, that's intimate between ourselves and the divine. Then with another being, a mentor, a partner, a friend, we move to the next level of interrelational awakening. And thirdly, in shared group fields of all sizes, there are elements of growth and awakening and embodiment that can only come in at this level. So, as a thank you for being here today and creating this space, I'm sharing a link for a very special, hugely discounted offer for 3 sessions, one-on-one, working with me, taking the next steps. And you can pay in installments, and it's not available anywhere else. So I'm going to pop that in the chat, but I will also send it out in the replay. And let's see. And it's 3 sessions over 2 months. And as I say, you can pay that in installments as well. Continued dropping in, expanding out. Love it. I am growing in knowing and loving it. Thank you so much for sharing in the chat. These are such gifts when we're not in a physical space. I know I certainly welcome the opportunity for that. And given that we're all over the world, this is what we have. This is our sacred space. So when we can express, it brings more grounding and integration that supports all of us. I want to thank you so much for being here. Go gently, support your integration, and I look forward to seeing you next time, somewhere along the way. So much love.